High school reunions are supposed to be harmless, a chance to laugh about the past, to see how everyone turned out, to convince yourself that time really changed people. But sometimes it doesn't change them at all, and sometimes it brings people who were never meant to be there, people with no memories, no history, only intentions. This first story took place during a 10-year high school reunion. It was organized through Facebook and held at a catering hall in a quiet, upscale part of town. Around 80 to 100 former classmates showed up. There was a DJ, party lights, music blasting, alcohol everywhere. One woman attended with 3 of her closest friends. They hadn't all been together in years. At first it felt nostalgic. Familiar faces, just older. As the night went on, people started getting very drunk. Her friends especially. She drank too, but stayed more aware than the rest. At one point, she found herself sitting alone at a table, eating, watching people mingle, feeling awkward. That's when she noticed a man at another table, staring directly at her. She didn't recognize him. They locked eyes. She looked away, then glanced back. He was still watching her. Moments later, he walked over and sat beside her, introduced himself as Connor. He said he had transferred to their school senior year. That's why she didn't recognize him. He claimed he knew a few guys there, only gave first names, laughed it off. He seemed normal, charming enough, and she didn't want to sit alone anyway. They talked for a while, then he asked for her number. She gave it to him. A few minutes later, he went back to his friends. Not long after that, she decided she wanted to go home. That's when her phone buzzed. It was Connor. He asked if she needed a ride, said he was leaving. She said yes. She didn't say goodbye to anyone. Too many people. Too much noise. She just walked out. In the lobby, Connor was waiting. They walked to his car, a black 2-door coupe. As they drove, he handed her a bottle of water. He told her to drink it to avoid a hangover. She took a few sips. That's when her phone exploded. Calls, texts, group chat messages. Her friends were panicking, asking where she went, who she left with. One message stood out, a screenshot from the reunion's Facebook group, a warning post. It said there was a random man at the reunion introducing himself under different names and approaching women. Her friend typed in all caps, "Check the post. That's him." Her stomach dropped. She looked at Connor, then at the road, then at the door. At the next red light, she opened it and ran. She sprinted into a nearby parking lot, a TGI Fridays. Connor didn't chase her. He just drove away. Her friends picked her up minutes later. They all stayed at one friend's house that night. She felt dizzy, foggy, more intoxicated than she should have been. She believed something was put in that water. In the days that followed, the Facebook group filled with messages. Other women came forward. Different names, same man. Same behavior, always alone, always offering rides. One woman said she declined the ride and his demeanor changed instantly. Another said he disappeared the moment her boyfriend showed up. But the most disturbing message came from a woman who didn't escape. She posted one sentence, then deleted her account entirely. "He didn't let me run." The catering hall checked security footage. Every camera malfunctioned that night. No one could identify him. No graduation record. No real name. As if he never existed. The next morning, the woman returned to her apartment. Shortly after entering, there was a knock at her door. She froze, but it wasn't Connor, it was her neighbor. He asked if she knew the man who had been outside her apartment the night before, looking through her windows. The man had asked him if a woman with her name lived there. Her neighbor lied, said no. That lie may have saved her life. She moved shortly after. To this day, no one knows who Connor really was, or how many times no one warned the girl in time. The second story is stranger, and far more disturbing. A man had been seeing a woman named Phoebe. They met on a dating app, went on 2 dates. She seemed quiet, reserved. Then she invited him to what she called a high school reunion. She didn't want to go alone. He agreed. The reunion wasn't at a bar or a hall. It was at a large private house, with a gated driveway, no cars in sight. The moment they walked inside, he felt something was wrong. People stared at him, not casually, intensely. They asked invasive questions. Where he lived, what he did, who he lived with. Everyone looked older than Phoebe claimed. Not late 20s, mid-30s, some even older. There was no music, no real party atmosphere, just quiet conversations, and eyes following him everywhere. He went to the bathroom just to escape the tension. While washing his hands, a man outside whispered through the door, "You should leave." The man told him Phoebe wasn't who she said she was, that this wasn't a real reunion. Then he said, "Trust me, leave sooner than later." The man didn't hesitate. He walked straight out, got in his car, drove home, locked Phoebe. Later that night, he searched her phone number. It wasn't under her name. Different name, different address. And then he realized something terrifying. He never saw her leave that house. In the weeks that followed, he couldn't shake the feeling that he was being watched. Unknown numbers calling. Strange cars nearby. Silence on the line. Eventually, he drove back past the house. The gate was gone. The house was empty. For sale, as if no one had ever lived there. Neighbors said the same thing. No one lives there. That warning in the bathroom wasn't kindness. It was regret. Someone else escaped too late. Someone who knew exactly what that place was. High school reunions aren't dangerous because of the people you remember. They're dangerous because of the people you don't. The ones with no past, no yearbook photo, only plans. So if you ever attend one and something feels off, trust it, because sometimes leaving early is the only reason you're still alive to tell the story.